Hello, so we are back, and this time with that specific job, yeah, chipset replacement, yeah, or a PCH replacement. You remember this one? You remember that video? We have two videos with this laptop. Anyway, the last video was replacing the chipset, which arrived from China and proved to be faulty. So I ordered one. This one is from Germany. That's the company. You know, if the chip is good, this is a good advertise, yeah? If the chip is bad, you get what you, what you deserve. So we have to replace the chipset, yeah? The chipset just arrived. The price was double compared with the one from China. The one from China, I opened a case on eBay. The seller tried to explain me I need some skills to solder the chip. And when I sent him the link from the video, he refound the money. So we are good. Now, regarding the comments from the last video. How can I explain you? I mean, a lot of people try to explain me this. It will never work because this cannot be done with a hot air machine and you need some special machines, some BGA, infrared, I don't know, with the heat from the top. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I do have a video where I try to replicate my first hot air device. Yeah, so that's the chip. Probably like 20 years ago. On that point, you could not buy a hot air machine. So I have to use a ceramic tube, yeah, tube with a resistance inside. And I was using my breath to change or reflow and do micro soldering on the phone boards. On that time, I remember was Nokia 1610 and Nokia 2110, I remember. And I had to use that machine to perform repairs. So I'm doing micro soldering from that point. Now, maybe it's my fault because in the last video and I'm trying to do the content, the video more interesting. Yeah, like wow, this is something like we can fail, we can burn the chip, we can have the board is bubbling, it's bending, you know. I'm trying to make the job more interesting, but the truth is I have no feelings. I mean, I know for sure this chip it will get soldered properly 100%. I know for sure this gaming motherboard it will not bubble, it will not bend. And the chip it will not get burned. And I will explain you why this is the best way and the safest way to replace a chip this side, yeah? So let me take the motherboard out and we can speak after. Now, let me explain you, yeah? Now, probably you've seen on different videos, I don't know. I don't think you've seen on this channel something like that, but anyway, when you're replacing chip bigs like that, if you come with the heat from the top, then indeed you need a precise control of temperature. You need a temperature curve. You need a preheater, yeah? And the thing is, always your chip, if you come with the heat from here, always your chip, the temperature it will be higher compared with the solder balls, yeah? It's very easy to burn the chip, very easy, yeah? I don't think you see me replacing these kind of chips with the heat from the top. Now with the heat from the back, yeah? With the heat from the back, what the temperature of the chip it will be, because that's what you care. I want to know when the chip it will get burned. So the temperature of the chip, yeah, it will be always lower compared with the solder balls. You understand? So with the heat from the back, you cannot burn the chip because soon as the solder balls are melting and the chip is soldered, the chip temperature is lower compared with the solder balls. That's the reason why you cannot burn the chip with the heat from the back. And yeah, if you are a beginner, or not only a beginner, even advanced, you see I'm using same method with the heat from the back. This is a gaming motherboard, yeah? You'll not have this motherboard bubbling or bending. Different motherboards which are not gaming, yes, you can have, but not this one. Okay? Now let's take the chip out and replace the chip like the last time, and hopefully it will work. If the chip is good, it will work. Now, you remember this chip? Probably you remember. Now, this is that chip from China, yeah? So we can see here like has a, I don't know, a mark. You can see some tracks there. And then here we have a scratch, and here on the corner is cracked. So that's the problem with this chip. This chip is interrupted, it's taking no current. Yeah, you won't feel it. This I tested, no, it's no warm, nothing. It's just interrupted. It's like the power is not going inside. So I will say let's start and replace the chip. First, we're gonna take the chip out, clean the solder, and resolder the new one. Okay, so let's use some flux. I will use the same, the Wharton flux. We will be using heat from the top because this chip is burned anyway. Okay, so the chip is out, yeah? You can see the chip. Okay, good. Now, let's clean the solders. Flux again. Good, now let's clean it. Okay, so how is looking? How is looking for you? You see any missing tracks or things like that? Just let me know before we are soldering the chipset. Huh? Can I see anything wrong here? So I believe we are ready. I mean, you can see here. Yeah, that's fine. I believe we are ready. Now let's open the new chip. Let's open the new chip. The new chip comes sealed, and this time I will check the chip before I will solder the chip. I believe that's the right way. Yeah, so I just opened the chip, and the chip looks good. You don't think? Looks like new. Huh? Looks good. Hopefully this chip is good. So the chip has to be like that. Yeah? Good. Now what do we need? We need flux. We need flux. Good. Now let's come with the chip. Let's try to put the chip on the middle here. That should be fine, right? Yeah, looks fine. I mean, looks fine, yeah? You see anything obvious? No. Okay, let's solder the chip. I will come with the heat from the back. 480 degrees. Like how I said, temperature doesn't matter. Because when you will see the chip moving, doesn't mean the chip is soldered. Wait, the chip moved? 1 second. Why my chip moved? Yo, go on your place. Now, if the chip is not sitting on the right position, we are not moving forward. Now it's looking good. Let's try and solder the chip. So I'm moving the hot air like that, yeah, behind of the chip, because the nozzle is not that big, so we have to spread the heat uniform. Yeah, it's on the right position. No way. No way. Okay, that's good. Wow. And people said, sorry, use more flux. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm not using more flux from the beginning. Yeah, from the beginning. Because your chip can slide. You can use flux later on. So what's happening here? Okay, my chip is solid. I believe we are close to the melting point. When the chip is moving, it's soldered properly, yeah? Yeah, and the chip is moving. Yeah, you can see it moving. Yeah, so the chip is soldered properly. A job well done. Yes, I'm pretty sure this chip is soldered properly. Now all what is left is to test. Let's see how the board is looking on the other side. Yeah, everything looks fine. I did cover a few places. Yeah, it looks okay. Good? Good. Now if the chip is good, this board it will work straight away. Yeah? If the chip is good. Still hot? Still hot. I do have some thermal pads somewhere here. Yeah, like a big slice of thermal pad. But we should be fine. We should be fine. If the chip is good again. But the chip looks good. I mean, hopefully it's good. Okay, let's bring the laptop back. So what do we need? We need the power button, the charger, I don't want to put the heatsink. You know the feeling. Actually, start the laptop and keep the finger on the CPU and feel the CPU warm, hot, and you know that your board started. You know, I don't know, it's a feeling. Same like, I don't know, if you are like a petrol engine lover, two-stroke. It's a specific smell. You know, oil with petrol. It's a feeling to. Actually, you want to feel it sometimes. Or the smell of a summer rain. Yeah, it's a specific smell on the street. I don't know, that dust with water. Same like here. I want to feel the CPU getting hot if it's coming on. Should come on. If the chip is good, should come on. Yes. Good. Now let me grab the charger. 1 second. Yeah, all here. We have the charger. We plug everything. The power button is on the corner. We plug the charger. Power on. And the CPU is getting hot. The CPU is getting hot. Okay, let's put the heatsink. What did I told you? What did I told you? What Soldering told you? Probably yeah, that probably that's the, I will say that will be my first top rated smell on a hot summer day, and you have like a quick storm, and that, you know, that smell of. And then on the second place probably is the two-stroke engine exhaust smell, and probably on the third place it will be the petrol. Okay, so we have the heatsink and we are ready for testing. Plug the charger, pressing the power button. I can feel the chipset hot, warm. I can feel the chipset warm. Yeah, and the laptop is on, and it's working. I can't believe. And okay, we don't have the keyboard. So you see, what did I told you about the chip and about the soldering process? What did I told you? So actually, if you want to buy a good chip, I don't know, this guy is selling on eBay. It's a shop from Germany. So good chipsets from there. What did I told you? I'm happy it's working. Now, one important aspect. You need a ME clean on your BIOS chip. And this was done last time. So last time after I closed the video, I try more. Yeah, I try to reflow one more time the chip. I think, you know what, maybe I'm getting old and, you know, maybe I didn't solder properly. So I reflow the chip one more time. Then I reflash the BIOS with a clean ME zone. Yeah, we have a guy on Discord. I sent the original BIOS to him. He cleaned the zone and he sent me the BIOS back. Okay. So let me put the laptop all back together, and we are going from there. All done. So we put it all back together. The battery, I don't know if the battery is charged. It is charged. You can see the fans are spinning. It's restarting because probably we reset the BIOS. But everything looks great. Let's wait. Yeah, and it's working. Enter. Everything is fine. It's working great. Yeah. Clearly it's working. I don't have the hard drive. The customer kept the hard drive and that's fine. But I cannot test it further. You'll obviously have to test everything. It's a chipset replacement. So the sound, the USB ports, you know, are a lot of things to be tested. I can, I believe I can plug a USB and boot from the USB just to check. But from my point of view, the job is done. And that's how you replace a chipset. Now, one more time, this is the safest way to replace a chipset. It's not really risk. You don't have to have some specific temperature, yeah? You come with the heat from the back, mass temperature. The solder balls, it will get melted. On the point they are getting melted and you see the chip moving, actually your chip temperature is lower compared with the solder balls. That's why you cannot burn the chipset on this way, yeah? I'm happy I helped the customer. Was a long and painful job, this one. This was a painful one. And I don't think I show you only the seller card, but I'll show you the seller on eBay. Maybe you'll want to buy. Anyway, I will save this seller because definitely I will buy, if I need chipsets, I will buy from him. I mean, they're more expensive. Yeah, that's the one what I bought. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So this is the chip. You can see you bought this item. This was the chipset. This was the price, and that's the seller on eBay. Just to have in mind. And looks like he's selling a lot of chipsets. Okay. So the question: do we need a BGA soldering machine? Actually, you don't need something like that. Yeah. You need only to practice, yeah, practice, because I'm pretty sure everyone has faulty boards and you can practice this kind of soldering. And if you are like a company and you have to change a chipset every day, yeah, you have to change a chipset every day, maybe on that point you can buy a machine, yeah. When the last video was insane, I mean, you cannot see the links because the YouTube, it will block any link. But I have a bunch of links from people sending me pictures with machine like half of this room soldering a chip like this. It's insane. Yeah, you don't need something like that. All what you need is practice. That's all what we need. And yeah, you can solder chips like this. And hopefully, I will do a video replacing a CPU with a hot air machine. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. All what we need is practice. That's all what we need. I'm really sorry if I give you the, you know, the impression actually I'm experimenting with the customer jokes, but actually not, you know. I know exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I'll stop now. I will say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video like always, and see you on the next one. Bye.